Early voting in Miami-Dade is currently underway, but the fierce campaigning started weeks ago with two candidates running for Miami-Dade School Board District 8, going head-to-head. One of them, Dr. Marta Perez, a school board member for 24 years, and Monica Colucci, who has been a teacher for 26 years and has been endorsed by Governor Ron DeSantis. This endorsement has sparked controversy amid allegations of intimidation from one of the candidates. Earlier this week, I had the chance to speak to the Lieutenant Governor, Jeanette Nuñez, about this race and the rare endorsement. Lieutenant Governor, thank you so much for joining us here on NBC6 Impact.
Always great to be with you, Jackie.
Thank you. Well, there's a school board election coming up in which the governor has endorsed Monica Colucci for the seat currently held by school board veteran Marta Perez. So my first question is why the administration has a vested interest in this seat, and why is Monica the right person to replace Marta Perez in your estimation?
Well, the governor has endorsed in 29 school board seats across the state. So I think that's indicative of his interest in education, making sure that the right people are representing parents, students, and teachers across our great state. I don't think it's any surprise the governor has really focused on education during our first term. He has done historic funding, per pupil funding, the likes of which we've never seen in the state of Florida. He's made sure that teachers are compensated appropriately. He's made sure to invest in school safety and mental health. He's also made sure to provide parents with their rights. Parental rights in education is something that we have run on and that we continue to focus on. So in this race in particular, he feels that Monica Colucci, with her vast experience as a teacher, she was nominated and selected as Teacher of the Year. She's a woman of conviction. She's a woman of faith. She's someone that's going to bring a new voice to the school board. And that's why he and I are both proud to endorse her as the right candidate for School Board District 8.
I need to ask about some serious allegations on behalf of Marta Perez. She says there has been intimidation on her and her staff, that you and Monica Colucci are friends, and that a former staffer left her office because of it. Can you clear all of this up for us?
Well, I think she's the one that really needs to clear it up. I don't know of any staffer of hers. I have no idea who she's referring to. She refuses to name names. All she does is throw intimidation and threat accusations against me, which are completely and utterly false, without merit, without basis. And when she's been asked to provide names of her staffers or whoever it is she says that I'm threatening, intimidating, she refuses to do so. So I think it's really indicative of how desperate she is in this race. And she views the fact that she has an election as a personal attack. It is not. It's democracy, Jackie. Both you and I know that so many of South Floridians came to this country because they didn't have the right to select the candidate of their choice. So for me and for the governor, Monica Colucci is the right candidate for this time. As such a time as this, we are definitely in need of leadership at the school board. What we've seen in our traditional public schools, parents are leaving in droves. They're going to charter schools, they're homeschooling, they're using vouchers. And so I think that we have lost our way in the school board. And I believe that Monica Colucci, along with Robert Alonzo, will bring us back.
I want to expand on education because the parental rights in education was signed into law by the governor, which essentially gives more control on educational decisions in schools on parents. Now, we've discussed some of the controversy surrounding this law, but I want to talk about a question surrounding sex ed textbooks, which in Miami-Dade in particular, there was a back and forth on a decision that was then reversed regarding two controversial textbooks in the classroom. Where do you stand on that?
Well, we think what they did in reversing their initial decision is wrong. I think it was actually from a process standpoint, I think they perhaps skirted the law. They did not notice it, and they did not provide opportunities for parents to go and comment on it. A textbook that has abortion as a form of contraceptive or teaches 9 genders, that is not sex ed in my opinion. So we look forward to perhaps a new school board readdressing this issue. It's unfortunate that one school board member decided to change her vote on the way out, but it is what it is, and we'll continue to monitor that situation through our Department of Education.
You mentioned abortion. Florida's 15-week abortion ban is in place, and with the overturning of Roe v. Wade, it's up to the states. There was a ballot question in Kansas just happened recently, which was the first time since the Supreme Court ruling that voters could cast ballots on the issue. They voted overwhelmingly against stripping protections for reproductive rights from the state constitution. Does that change in any way this administration's stance on the issue moving forward?
No, what happens in Kansas does not impact us here in Florida. As the governor and lieutenant governor of the free state of Florida, we stand firm in our decision as we rolled it back to 15 weeks. The legislature is the body that will ultimately decide whether or not they do further restrictions. And so that is something that I can tell you, definitely the governor is not going to change course, nor I, based on what happens in another state.
The governor suspended a state attorney who refused to enforce Florida law. He said that our government is a government of laws, not a government of men. Did you agree with that decision? And are you concerned that this perhaps can open a Pandora's box?
Absolutely, I agreed with the decision. You cannot go and verbally and vocally say that you are going to selectively pick and choose what cases you are going to prosecute simply because you are philosophically opposed to that. That is not the role of the state attorney. They need to adhere to the law. They need to adhere to their oath. And I think when you go out of your way to express your woke agenda, to say that you refuse to prosecute anybody that violates state law, whether it's the new 15-week ban or any other late-term abortions, partial birth abortions, that is simply a dereliction of duty. And I think that the governor was correct in rescinding him and in his role as Hillsborough state attorney.
Continuing on the legal issues, there's once again a vacancy on the Florida Supreme Court after Justice Lawson's retirement. And the governor appointed Judge Renatha Francis for the second time. Judge Renatha Francis is a Jamaican immigrant. Your thoughts on that?
It's a great success story. I think it was obviously something that most people expected him to appoint her. And so we're thrilled to see her ascend to the Supreme Court. We're excited that she's going to be able to showcase, not just from her background, but also her legal experience and her expertise. And so I think, again, it's a great story. It's the American story, but we're excited to see her roll up her sleeves and get to work.
I want to quickly just touch upon, because in August, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services declared a public health emergency in response to the current monkeypox outbreak. Yet the governor has said he will not declare monkeypox a public health emergency and that it poses little threat. Can you just expand on that?
Yeah, and certainly if you look at in terms of the risk factors as it relates to monkeypox, we as a state, through the Department of Health, I work very closely with our Surgeon General, with our department, looking at ways to combat other issues that are obviously important, everything from hepatitis A to other sexually transmitted diseases. And so we're going to continue the course. We're going to continue to focus on the things that we know we can focus on, but we're not going to do it in an alarmist fashion that's going to raise all the specter of what we've been through the past 3 years, really managing crisis after crisis from the federal government with little to no plan. We're going to stay the course. We're going to continue to focus on keeping Floridians protected, but also making sure that we're not overstepping, overreaching, or overreacting.
Okay, and finally, and this I'm sure is a rhetorical question, but I'm going to ask.
Exactly.
I know this is the last question, but it's speculation, purely speculation, surrounding the governor and a possible run for the White House, which would put you in the seat as the first Cuban-American woman governor of Florida. Can you give us any thoughts on that?
Well, you know, Jackie, as you said, it's purely speculation. The governor is focused on re-election now in 22. That's what I'm focused on. And, you know, any talk about the future in politics in particular is a lifetime away. So I tend to live in the here and now. It's the best course. It's the best way to keep my sanity.
I thought you would say that. And as always, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you covering so many of these topics and issues.
Thank you, Jackie. It's always great to be on.